Well, hello there, you beautiful, beautiful, amazing, wonderful people. It is Tuesday, baby. Tuesday, and this is video 1 of 2 because we're doing 2 for Tuesday. And tomorrow, I'm going to say it's Tuesday, but it will be Wednesday because the videos that I were going to release today, which looks at some other dodgy stuff around TP USA, even crazier than yesterday. If you're not subscribed, smash like and all that, notification bell and all that, so you get notified of videos when I upload them. But anyway, what we're talking about in this video, we're talking about something that has aged like, and not like a fine wine, like vinaigrette. Vinaigrette. Bit of French there for you. Bit of French, I think. Who knows? Which is this video here. For those of you who haven't seen it, it's basically a person claiming to be a French whistleblower. And they've reportedly released a video regarding Candace Owens and the assassination plot. Now, what I will say, first of all, is, look, some people say that I attack Candace. I don't attack Candace. I question things that I don't know whether they're true or not. And it's quite funny because I'll get people in the comments saying, well, you're only getting the views that you're getting and you're only growing like you're growing because of Candace. Well, on the contrary, most of the time when I'm talking about Candace, I'm being critical because my concern is that some people listen to every single thing without questioning. So generally when I speak on Candace, I actually lose subscribers. So it's not helping my growth at all. The fact of the matter is I'm always going to be someone who questions things that you have no evidence to support that they are true. And look at Tyler Robinson, for instance. How ironic is it that people will question the story being pushed surrounding Tyler Robinson, but you're not really able to question whether this video here is authentic. Now, we're going to have a listen to this video in a minute, but look, what I will say is Candace Owens may or may not be safe. When you put yourself on the internet and you are talking to people or about people or looking at certain things, getting entwined in certain things, it can make you where you are not safe. Now, I can protect or help protect you with today's sponsor, which we'll go to in a second. I don't know whether they would be able to, however, help Candace if this threat is indeed authentic. But have a quick look. If you're anything like me, you find yourself on the internet all of the time, whether it be looking for information on crime or the people around crimes. And sometimes that means that you have to go to sites that you not normally would go to. And let's face it, if you're on the net, you're at risk. And that is why I decided, finally, because you know how I feel about sponsors, to join up with Aura. And I did so in this promotion, this paid promotion, that I am hugely against, by the way, so you know if I'm doing it, you've got to listen. And that is because, again, if we're on the internet, we're not safe. And that's as simple as that, and you need to get safe. And you need to check this out, right? Because this is what we're talking about, things like this. This is a report that can be generated on you when your identity is stolen by these identity thieves and marketers all over the internet. Because it happens to the tune of over $500 million a year. That's what we're talking about, a massive industry where they're getting your information and selling it to the highest bidder. And just check this out. So a personal overview, that's your name, your age, where you was when you was born, your addresses, aliases, contact info, all of your email addresses, phone numbers, address history, your relatives, possible relatives, all of these. This is a redacted report of an actual person, by the way. And then you've got other addresses. Coming all the way down here, it gets even more scary. Possible neighbours, possible associates, jobs, possible education, usernames, which, you know what, usernames, that's your usernames that put you on social media, so they know who you are, what you're doing. Those social media accounts, Facebook, Pinterest, emails, other photos. They've even got photos of you on there. Possible owned properties, possible owned cars. They can get absolutely everything about you. How scary is that? And if you don't want to find yourself victim of this, you can click on the link down below in the pinned comment and in the description and head over to Aura. And once you click on that link, that will take you over to here, which is a loading screen. This will give you the chance to check it out for 14 days completely free of charge, where that will give Aura the time that they need to start removing your information from these companies that have it. They will reach out to them and they will get it off. Yoink, gone, no longer a risk. There you go. Bob's your uncle, Fanny's your aunt. And they monitor everything all the time. So as your information appears, they're going yoink, get it, and getting it back off to keep you safe all the time. There is 24/7 monitoring, and there is other things that they do as well. They're constantly working in the background to keep you safe while you're on the line, whether that be VPN use, which is something in an abundance of things that they offer that some other companies they don't offer. Because there are other companies that do these things, but they don't do it quite as well as Aura. And like I say, VPN usage, which is something that is an absolute must for me, because there are simply some sites that I can't access without the use of a VPN. So I want to know that the VPN is absolutely safe. So if you want to keep yourself safe online, and those around you and your loved ones and seemingly your neighbours as well, click on the link again in the pinned comment in the description of this video and head over and get your 14-day free trial of Aura now. So yes, back to the video. Use Aura, stay safe. So yeah, this guy, who's apparently like someone who's been involved in these assassinations, he has come out and he has done a live stream, because that's generally what assassins do. They do regularly do videos. Now, is it beyond the realms of possibility? No, we've seen like London gangsters, for instance, who have come out and they have done interviews and things. Generally, when people know who they are, though, they don't come out and, well, who knows. But anyway, let's have a quick listen. I'm not going to listen to the whole thing, but just so you get the vibe and why this is, again, aged like a not so fine wine, like the aforementioned vinaigrette. Is that French? Who knows? Let's listen to it.
Rank Colonel DGSE Action Division. For 21 years I ran black contracts in Africa, Middle East, and yes, sometimes on your soil. Tonight I break every oath I ever took. 2 days ago a priority cable landed on my desk.
So he's got a desk, so he's somebody who's got a desk. This is someone who's given his rank, know who his rank is, so that's fucked him, because they'll know that this is a person who has a desk, what his rank was, that he's been in service for 21 years, so why he's covered his face and tried to make it so people don't know who he is, and then literally explained rank, he's got a desk, how long he's been in service, where he's been. I imagine that it wouldn't be fucking very hard for the powers that be to find out who this silly motherfucker is. Because for someone who has done these sort of operations at this sort of level and covers who he is, to give all of that information that literally will tell them who he is a bit of a weird one. Innit? You've got to admit that that's a bit stupid. You don't have to give rank. I'm just somebody who wants to give you this information. I can't tell you who I am, what my rank is, how long I've been in service. All I can tell you is that I am somebody who can offer credibility, because it has the same impact. You don't know whether it's authentic or not. You don't know if it's AI generated or not. So it doesn't matter whether he tells you who he is or fucking not. The video has the same impact. Does it matter that this individual has given these credentials? No, in fact, by giving those the credentials that we've just seen, in my opinion, it offers less credibility, because you are literally trying to cover who you are, yet giving all of the information that will tell people who you are. So you might as well come on camera and just say, look, it's me. My name is Jean-Pierre Dufont, typical French name, and I don't think this is right. So I am going to come forward and protect Candace. But anyway, let's carry on.
Operation Poignard. Target Candace Owens. Client Unit 8200 liaison embedded inside the Elysee. Payment routed through a shell in Cyprus we have used since the Rainbow Warrior days. The directive is explicit. Quote, eliminate the subject during live broadcast. Maximum visceral impact. The blade must be visible. The audience must feel the cut. They want her open from sternum to pelvis while the red light is on. They want the chat scrolling, no, 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 as her intestines hit the desk.
It's quite fucking gruesome, isn't it? That is quite gruesome. And I imagine that whoever's doing this, that's a little bit, that's you are you going to then get out of there and not get seen? I don't know.
That trauma is the secondary payload. Primary payload is you, the viewers. Break the Americans who still speak against Israel. Make the rest too afraid to open their mouths.
So again, that little, like Salt Bay, Israel in there, must be in there.
And frame it as a jihadi attack to push their geopolitical agenda, their usual modus operandi. The team is already in country. 4 operators, 2 ex-Legion Blade specialists from Corsica, 1 woman involved in the job on that Saudi journalist in Istanbul, and a spotter who was in the crowd in Utah. They are
Probably the one whose trousers fell down. What was his name again? Remind me in the comments.
have our studio floor plan, they have the shift change of our security. 2 of our own circle accepted crypto for information 2 weeks ago. When she cancelled this week's shows, the orders updated immediately. Mobile kill box. Wherever she surfaces next, whether it's an emergency stream, even a goddamn parking lot live stream, they are planning to be there. I sent her the precaution through a cutout she trusts. Burner rules, no GPS devices, no routines, but she is stubborn. She thinks exposure protects her. It does not. It is the bait. If she goes live again without changing her voice print, without hard encryption, without ditching every person who has been within 10 meters of her in the last month, she is as good as dead.
There you go. If she goes live again, she's as good as dead. Good as dead. People around her, can't trust them. She knows, they've told her, you can't trust anyone. And we haven't yet seen, like, Heavy as the Head that wears the crown. What's that? The film with Leonardo DiCaprio, where the gang just kills everyone. Kills all of his staff, everyone, because he can't trust anyone. The Rat. It's... Isn't it Robert De Niro? He's in it. I can't fucking remember what it's called. Let me know down below. It might come to... Is it Departure? Is it called Departure? I think so. Possibly. Anyway, I digress. But so she'd been warned. People around her. What does Candace Owens do? Goes fucking live. And as far as I'm aware, Candace Owens is still alive. She goes live. She's still alive. And again, I haven't seen her cull all of the people around her. She may have done. She may have got rid of everything. Mind you, the background, it does look different. That's not a parking lot. It's not generally, it doesn't look like it's where she normally, or have I just not taken any notice? But she's gone live. She's gone live and she's still alive. So there you go. That's blown that out of the water. But what I will say, what does Candace even talk about? Because Candace, I tell you what, again, I can't say it's not true. I can't say it's true. I just question everything. But what I will say is, if it's true, genuinely true, which it could be, I'm not going to stand here and say there's absolutely no way, shape on earth that this could be true, because that would be me I'd be lying, because I don't know. Nobody knows anything, only those that are involved. All I do know is Candace is a marketing fucking genius, and there's a snippet in this video that we'll look at in a second that gives you a clue as to this is a drawn-out situation. And it draws people in and it gets them hanging on because there's always something in the distance to aim towards. And now we've got something else. And we'll finish up on that. But what does Candace do? She does this.
1,000 retweets and 45 million impressions on X alone, okay? This would be your unique opportunity as the French first man to prove your case about Candace to the public, right? In the court of public opinion. This would be your time to slam dunk. Remember, the French couple has been so psychotically obsessed with trying to paint me as conflicted in my reporting that they even hired a private investigator to try to see if I was colluding with other state actors, you know.
So what does Candace Owens do? Well, Candace Owens, she literally does a live and goes after the Macrons again. So she's been given a death threat, apparently, that's credible, and people are saying she's terrified, she's terrified. We've got a video coming later on today, which has caused a bit of a fucking ruckus, and stick around for that again. If you're not subscribed, subscribe. If I don't know why you wouldn't be subscribed. I'm fucking amazing, and you should be. If you're not subscribed to anyone, at least subscribe to me. I'm brilliant. Brilliant. And yeah, so she goes home, pokes a fucking bear again. So what I'm going to say is, if this threat is genuine, if this is genuine, and there is literally a couple of powerful individuals, rich and powerful individuals, who have got this guy who's done fucking missions for them and killed this, that, and the other, and he's even got the balls to give his rank, his fucking, the fact he's got a desk, the fact how long he's been in service, so absolutely not going to know who he is. She's a motherfucking gangster. She just doesn't give a fuck. But what I will say is, look, all jokes aside, we don't know. The reality is we don't know what goes on behind closed doors. We don't know. So this could be a credible threat. It may not be. It may be that people are being mugged off. You have to decide what side of the fence you want to sit on, whether you're an absolute, I don't care whether I'm being mugged off, I'll lap it up, wee, rain on me, or you're going to be someone who's like, okay, I want to trust it, I want to see how this goes, I hope that she's safe, I don't want anything to happen to her. But equally, if this is true, that there are other issues as well. This is literally saying that the government, the US government are involved. They know about it. You can't trust them. Don't go to them. This is what this goes on to say. This actually, I'm not going to play it anymore on that video because it's bollocks, in my opinion. They go on to say there's something else being planned, a war being planned in 3 months' time. So again, tying you in just that little bit longer. Oh, fuck me, something's going to happen in what is that all about? You know what I mean? I'm going to have to keep an eye on that and see where this is fucking leading to. There's always that little bit of bait just to draw you that little bit further. But again, what I'm going to say is that doesn't mean that this isn't true. It doesn't mean that it's not real. It means that there's little things, little nuances, little things that you should always be kind of aware of, and do your own due diligence, and just be aware that there are people out there who appear to be absolutely fantastic, brilliant, wonderful, beautiful people, and they have alternative motives. And I'm not saying that is definitely what's going on with Candace Owens. What I'm saying is, I don't know. And the harsh reality is, you don't know either. Just be careful what you trust, who you listen to, even me, as I could be evil. But I do love you all. Have an absolutely amazing Tuesday, and join me later for video 2. Love you all.